One question service leaders are asking, answered from the Microsoft perspective. Welcome back to One Question, Real Answers, where we endeavor to tell you the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth in 4 minutes or less, direct from Microsoft. I'm Stefanie Richter, Business Development and Microsoft Partnership Manager at sa.global, where I work closely with service-centric organizations navigating a very specific kind of transformation challenge. What I've learned in this service-based firms and industries, whether it's consulting or legal or accounting or architecture and engineering, transformation is rarely blocked by technology capability. It's blocked by the reality that the business is the people, the operating model, the delivery model, and the value model are all human driven. So when leaders talk about modernization, what they're really navigating is how to introduce change without disrupting expertise, client relationships, or the way people actually get work done every day. I'm joined here today by my partner in Dynamics, Jen Holman, pre-sales manager at sa.global. And as with each episode this season, we're going to be joined by one of our friends and colleagues at Microsoft. Today, we're thrilled to have Gene Feichtner, technical specialist, representing that Microsoft perspective. So, Gene, today's question is, why is transformation harder for service-centric organizations rather than other industries?
Yeah, so the core difference is that service-centric organizations don't separate production from people. The people are actually the production system. So when transformation happens, you're not changing a background process or a supply chain flow. You're changing how individuals think, collaborate, prioritize, and deliver value in real time. That creates a level of sensitivity you don't see in product-based industries. What we consistently see is the most successful service firms don't lead with transformation as a technology initiative. They lead with reducing friction in their daily work. And that means asking, how do we reduce context switching? How do we eliminate duplicate efforts? How do we improve visibility without adding overhead? And finally, how do we make it easier for teams to collaborate across projects, clients, and disciplines? So when those questions lead to strategy, adoption stops feeling like disruption and starts feeling like enablement. That's when transformation actually sticks.
I love that, Gene. That's exactly what we're seeing against those service-centric organizations. The challenge is that most firms don't fail because they choose the wrong technology. They fail because they are underestimating how they're all interconnected and the ways that they actually work together. You can't change one part of a service-centric organization in isolation. So if you change project management, it will affect finance. If you change finance, it will affect delivery. If you change delivery, it affects how people work and how they're utilized. So what we see in successful firms is that shift in the approach. They simplify first, then modernize. They focus on aligning the systems first to how people are already collaborating instead of forcing people to have these new operational patterns. That's the difference between adoption that looks good on paper and maybe adoption that works in practice.
Yeah, and what stands out for me is that transformation in service organizations is less about implementation and more about alignment. So when firms align technology to the reality of how people deliver value, transformation stops being a project and becomes part of how the business operates. Thanks again for joining us today for this session of One Question, Real Answers. Next time, we're going to explore one of the most persistent challenges in service firms today, the gap between leadership visibility and delivery reality.